Well, if it ain't Zev, ever a sight for sore eyes, son. Sir, all you did was turn around and turn back around. Even keeping at the cooking, I shouldn't doubt. Skilled as ye are, though, I reckon it's a struggle for you to keep things interesting. If that's the case, and you're anchoring for a challenge, might be as I can introduce you to someone. You know ye knows the missing member? It's a tavern which was owned by Rose Roswin, the lady captain of the Sanguine Sirens. Her entire crew's formed of members of the gentler sex, though gentle ain't the word I'd ever use to describe that lot. They're literally called the missing member. Yeah, they might be up to some shit. Any road, the Eid waitress, well, there's got a task what calls for consummate culinarian, and yours was the first name that came to mind. This freaking phonetic spellings. If you reckon you might be interested, you take yourself over to the missing member and make yourself known to Mel Coco. She'll tell you what she needs doing. Never talking to you again. Bye. I'm done with how you pronounce things. It's a challenge. But the spelling does makes most of the challenge what it is. Aft Castle. This way. Actually, a lot of bards around. It's funny that I didn't really notice them before they were explained to me. But I guess I also didn't really, I just haven't been in town, ever. Greetings and welcome to the missing member. Do you have a reservation, sir? You're Zev of the Culinarians Guild, the thing you're most famous for of all the things that Zev has ever done? Wow, the Culinarians Guild. It's a pleasure to finally meet your acquaintance. Link said that's told me all about you. I'm Mel Coco, the head waitress of this fine establishment, and I'd like you to participate in the Del Monte d'Or, our most prestigious of all cooking contests. You see, the winner of the previous edition of the contest is none other than our head chef, Himashi Tia, and he's a right bloody bastard. What I meant to say is he's an insufferable man. But don't take my word for it. Speak with him for yourself and you'll understand. You'll find him inside the restaurant, doubtless with a self-satisfied look on his face. The punk? Here to dine, are you? Too bad. I cook only for the sirens or guests with reservations. I'm busy training the award ceremony of the Delamont d'Or, or as this will be my second victory running, expectations will be higher than ever. Shall I play the unassailable champion carefree as you please, or shall I be sentimental in triumph and shed tears of joy? No, wait. Now that I think about it, I should also show disgust at the lack of sport. There's just too many ways to win. Wow, he seems fun. Can't wait to talk to him again. I trust you now understand my meaning. Every word of his fairly oozes conceit. I thought the fairly was going to be the noun, or what after his was going to be the noun, and it was not. And it makes me want to shove hot skillet down his smirking bunghole. I think you gotta go up a bunghole, usually. Beg your pardons for the, especially from your height. Especially, beg your pardons for the language. I forget myself sometimes. Now, as much as I hate to admit it, Himashi Tia is very good at what he does. Otherwise, he wouldn't have won the Del Monte d'Or in the first place. Or would Captain Rowan have hired him to treat her crew? Word of his culinary skills has since gotten out to the locals, and our place is now constantly booked out moons ahead. But all the fame and attention went to Himashi Tia's head, and these days he swaggers about as though he were the 12's gift to our taste buds. Why, if he doesn't like the look of a patron, he'll refuse to cook for them, and that's assuming he turns up for work. Can you believe the gall of this whoreson? There I go again with my cussing. You must forgive me. At any rate, I trust you now understand why I want you to enter the Delmont d'Or, so you can beat Hamashi Tia to put him in his place. Such a helping of poetic justice it will be. You've gotten the best of even the chef's bane. I'm confident that you will have what it takes to win, and least you worry, the contest won't be for a while yet. You should have ample time to prepare. Because this game pauses and no time passes, and I'll have more details for you before long. Please come by again. Why would I come by later? I'll just... Give me the quest. I came here for... What? What? Your skills as an artisan would be put to great use in crafting collectibles? Speak to Morgraine at St. Let's see. Ishgard Morgaine Collectibles. There you go. I don't know what that means. Collectibles. I make food. If you seek even greater tests for your crafting prowess, you would do well to acquire master recipes. Speaking with Guiding Star at Revenant's Toll to learn more about them. Alright, that's my... Guiding Star, Revenant's Toll. Because they don't give you quests for those, so you have to remember them. Okay. Well, the quest gave me got me to 51 at least, but... Yeah, they introduced the idea of a quest, but don't actually give you a quest. And then you have to come back 3 levels later to actually get the quest. Huh. Alright. Guiding Star. Here you are. For someone called Guiding Star, you're surprisingly hard to find. There's so much to see about Revenant's Toll, but Guiding Star only has eyes for you. Wow. The name's Guiding Star, and you have the look of a Culinarian. My goal is no less than attaining a complete mastery of all things crafting and gathering, and to this end I roam the world. But I must say that Revenant's Toll offers a sore temptation, the temptation to stay. I'd heard tell of the Adventurers Guild has thrown its weight behind this place, but I'd no idea that kind of talent poured into the camp. Not gonna lie, it's been a while, I kind of forgot this place was here. I could tell just from your hands that you're an adept yourself. You've not flinched at the notion of a little hard work. One of your standing must have tools to match. Surely you must own some choice items. Will you not let me see one? Equip a gatherer or crafter's tool at level 50 or higher. Guess I'll buy... This is a scheme for me to buy this thing right here, isn't it? So many tools. Lucis tools, super artisan. Don't know you, don't care to. Best be on your way for Miyama finds your backside. I just upgraded my weapon. And it's already not good enough. Wait, did I get a better one from that quest? The... Chantico. It's all bronzy. Is that good enough? Okay, there we go. Magnificent. It is everything I expected. Though not more. Forgive my blunt ways. No doubt you are fond of your chosen instrument. No, I just found it in my pocket. But there surely are tools better suited for you. Tools that require the delicate touch of an adept of your stature. As it happens, such tools are available to you. You need to go no further than Talon here. He just said he doesn't want to meet me. He doesn't want to talk to me. He can be a mite testy, but he's one of the finest toolsmiths the realm over, and his selection's impressive. Now he won't simply hand them over. You might need to furnish the man with a bauble or 3 in exchange, but for an adventurer of your skill, such errands should prove little challenge. And if you would walk the lonely road to mastery, why not petition Talon for one of his tomes, too? He calls them me cookbooks, for they hold some of the most complex recipes you'll ever see. But you have skill enough for them, I'm sure. Ah, ever as a crafter ruled by a triumvirate, tool, skill, and curiosity, may you prosper in all 3. Mahi. You didn't, like, rename it to something nonsensical or something? Of the Mahi Mahi. I'm guessing he requires like raiding items, artisan tools. Guiding Star thinks you're good enough. I hope he's right, or we're all going to be sorry. Items required spruce plywood. Oh, these are like those random things you get from raids that didn't seem that important. Okay, so if I want, wait, no, maybe not. I think they're things from your specific field. So if I want the fry pan, which does 2 more damage. Oh no, it has 30 more craftsmanship and like 20 more control. So that's pretty good. I need to make 5 spicy tomato relish. That could be cool. The thing is, this seems like it's an end game thing, right? Like, it's a level 50 item, but aren't I gonna go become level 60? Making all the items I get at this level pointless? I guess this was just to get a vendor. It seems like I'm done with him. Off to the other place.
Alright then, game, what in the Sam Hale is a collectible?
Besides the usual obvious context or whatever, but like, crafting and collectibles feel like contradictions. And I'm a chef. The least NFT-friendly crafting thing there could be.
You're a Culinarian, I.
Yes, I mean, yes, then I. I thought so. I pride myself on having an eye for talent, and you, sir, have it in abundance. Don't suppose you've heard of this new collectibles fad, have you? No? Oh, we've got to do something about that then. Here, take this letter to Lighter Lona and Revenant's Toll. She'll take care of the rest. Okay. They could have just sent me to Revenant's Toll for both of the things instead of one of the things, if they're both in Revenant's Toll anyway. I went to Revenant's Toll for one of the new features, and then I went here to be told to go to Revenant's Toll for the other new feature. Why did they do that? This seems unnecessary. Yeah, if the misspeaking and misreading seems more common than ever before, part of that's, I'm sure, because you don't get me in my prime hours for this. Like, when I'm fresh is when I do all, like, my main playthroughs and or script writing or whatever, and it's like, this is like a side quest to a side quest, where it's like, I'm already pretty, it's already like kind of low priority chill stuff when I'm doing my multiplayer stuff in the evening, but this is like bonus content to that bonus content, so it's like, I don't know, whenever I have some time, and it's usually when I'm more tired. That's just the situation. Greetings, sir. How may I assist you this day? Very well. It would be my pleasure to enlighten you. As you are doubtless aware, there are wealthy individuals who covet certain items, but who would rather pay others to procure them. Rowena's House of Splendors is glad to receive the custom of such individuals. To supply these collectibles, we turn to men and women such as you, who possess the talents to craft or procure them. Compensation will be commensurate to the collectability of the items provided and paid in scripts, which can be exchanged for all manner of fine wares. You may sell these items at the house, at any of our branch offices, including those in Limsa, Liminsa, Gridania, and Ulta. Please be advised that these terms are non-negotiable, sir. We appreciate your understanding. We're activating so many systems that weren't activated before. So I activated levies and collectibles and whatever exchange system there was for equipment over there, and scripts, and having a crafting spec finally. Like, it's a domino effect where they're all interlocked with each other. Collectibles can be traded for crafter or gatherer scripts by speaking with appraisers employed at Rowena's House of Splendors. These scripts can be exchanged for items usable by disciples of land or hand. To learn more about collectibles, speak to Lidilona. Why did they send me to the other girl first if they were just gonna send me to her instead? She's like 20 feet away from the other guy Guiding Star. They said go to Guiding Star, and then they said go to Ishgard for the other person. Why did they say go to Guiding Star and Lindelona? They're right next to each other. What? Why? I don't understand. That was so weird. You've obtained a collectible, have I? The higher an item's collectability, the more attractive it is to certain NPCs who are seeking to procure and trade for them. Collectibles cannot be stacked or sold to regular merchants, nor can they be consumed or used as material for synthesis. Furthermore, there exist certain wares that can only be crafted as collectibles. This can be confirmed both in its description and the crafting log. What is a collectible? I don't actually feel like the question was answered. Collectibles. Rarefied Dalmogratin. Rarefied Somme al tarte. Rarefied sauteed porcini, royal eggs, pepperoncino, marron glace. I have the parts for none of these. So I guess I can go fuck myself. Alright, what would I want? Crafters, script exchange, yellow gatherers, script exchange, red script exchange. There's so many categories of currencies. It's so much to keep track of. Trailblazer's vest. Level 58. A lot of gathering. I'm not a trailblazer though. I'm a crafter. I don't want... oh, those gatherers. Yeah, I get some of that. 50 in Master's Rest. Okay, 50. So it goes from 67 to 183 craftsmanship if I can get up to level 58. So they seem worth it. The question is whether or not turning in the actual items. There's that going on here too. Ooh, there's some high quality items for crafting, I think. Soul of the Crafter. You just put it on something. I think this is like specs. It's a lot of food items like miso paste and whatnot. Surprised there's not like a crafting specific like mount over here, maybe somewhere else. Master Culinarian. So this is how you keep getting more and more recipes as you go forward. Okay. Certain items previously accepted by collectible appraisers can no longer be crafted or gathered as collectibles. If you're in possession of these items, please submit them to the collectible dealer in Mordona at Revenant's Toll. I guess they didn't want to have a script that would check whether or not you reply before they explain that mechanic that is confusing to you. Okay, so if I make rarefied Dalmogratin, then I get 7 scripts. And based on how good it is, I can get up to a half of a million experience. Damn. That's not bad. So it's like a half a level per, potentially. A third to a half at the moment. So I guess this might be a way of leveling now. Is it better or worse than levies? Or does this replace levies in Heavensward? Maybe levies are gone? I don't know. I'll have to look into like what the best way is to power level. Or, I don't know, if I'm gonna do Moogle stuff, maybe I'll just... Maybe doing the Moogle dailies itself will be enough to cap out my character, so I won't have to do either of these systems until I need the specific currencies. But, like, it's definitely preferable to hit the level cap, just so I can then buy whatever gear for that level cap, instead of getting anything along the way, and then I don't have to keep replacing things. Then I at least know I'm doing the best I can. But we seem to have reached a dead end with these two mechanics, and I'll come back later. I'm gonna follow up on the Moogle stuff before I go forward. One gave me a bit of a spike. I probably qualify for a few different quests by now. Glad tidings, Zev. The Bismarck has been chosen to host the Delamont d'Or. What better place to cook than in one's own kitchen? A member of the contest council has come to the Culinarians Guild to register participants. Please go in and give your name at once.
Now, don't you go to the auction house buying all the things and claiming you made them to win a contest. That wouldn't be very ethical now, would it, Civ? Yeah. Where is council member? Oh. Wait, where am I? Wait. Oh, yeah, they did say the Bismarck. Whoops. Yeah, they did say that the usual place is where we're going. That guy's got a sweet jacket. Look at his sweet jacket. He's got a sweet jacket. I'm always thrown off by the mustaches. The Rothgar mustaches are an odd sight to me. I can't get used to them. No, at this point, I think the mustaches are more common than horns. People like the mustaches. They look strange to me on a cat face. Greetings to you, good sir. Have you come to register to compete in the Demande d'Or? Zev Dagavash, is that correct? Very good, sir. We look forward to seeing you on contest day. Okay. You're sending me back. Okay. This quest is 75% walking. Thank God for teleporting. We're on the same map, but thank God for teleporting. No, he's also a samurai, I just noticed. He's got his katana. You registered your name? Excellent. Now you have but to prepare for the contest. Speaking of which, I have a task to help you get into form. One of our diners wishes to have dessert, but there's nothing to her liking on the menu. She's been sitting there a whole hour unable to make up her mind. As the guild's foremost culinarian, I believe you'll be able to whip up something to suit her palate. To begin with, you'll want to inquire after her preferences. It's the steerswoman at the table on the right, in case you haven't already mentioned it. Ooh, what the? The whole pack of these people out here. It smells me I smells me a man. Hello. Ugh. All these sweets look too damn sweet. Oh, don't rush me. I can't make decisions under pressure. It's probably bad for somebody who uses an axe. Eh? You'll make a dessert what ain't on the menu, you're a godsend. So here's the deal. I can't stand sweet things. Stuff makes me want to retch. Thing is, You can't stand sweet things? I've met a man who's perfect in all ways but one. Bloke's got the sweetest bleeding tooth this side of Vilbrand. If we're to work out, I've got to learn to eat sweets, or suppress the urge to gag at least. That's why I'm here, to train myself. How? Who? What? How does this happen? This is my first time and all, so be gentle with me, eh? Maybe something what ain't so sweet. So, chicken teriyaki. Something slightly sweet. Just start with sugary meat. Seems like the most obvious move. Did I hear you rightly? She said she doesn't like sweets. Oh, that's bollocks. I'd wager she's just afraid of what she don't know. Sounds like she does know. Sounds like she had it and it made her sick. Be gentle, solid that. Let's feed her something so brazenly sweet it'll blow the skeptic clean out of her. Wow, I like my recommendation better. A samal tart made with a veritable mountain of fresh cream and sugar, accompanied with a rich cup of Ishgardian tea. That's your order, Zev. This is why we don't talk to Melkoko and instead we do what we want to do. It always has to be high quality. Every quest after the first few is that dice roll. Let's see. 2 things, shit. A rarefied Samal tart, that's for collectibles. And a regular Samal tart. But does this have fewer components? It does. Why does the regular one have More components. A dark chestnut and highland flower. Seems like a pain. Ishgardian tea. Kawarthas tea leaves, yak milk, and maple sugar. More of the huge. Alright, let's see what I can do. Samurai has vanished, and with him, his mustache. So how's the Sunmold tart and the Ishgardian tea coming along? Bloop, bloop, bloop. 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 Do you really want to trade a high quality? Yeah, I have to. Oh, the Sunmold tart doesn't have to be, whatever. Only the tea said that had to be high quality, apparently. This stuff looks sweet as sin. What happened to being gentle? Listen here, Zav happens to be one of Eorzea's finest culinarians. You ought to be honored he's cooking for your sorry ass. What's more, you want things to work out for your man or not? Just because I'm of great repute, apparently, doesn't mean that you can just, like, defy the order and give them a completely different meal and be like, fuck you and your dietary preferences. Alright, I'll try it. But then, because it's probably gonna be like Yakuza, it'll be like, yeah, you did a bad thing that was a bad choice, but it's gonna magically work out anyway, because the person making the quest and had this thought didn't have this conflict with it, and it's gonna work. Bugger me, that was good. The chestnut wasn't near as cloying as I expected, and the cream underneath was a pleasant surprise. 'Twas sweet, aye, but not too sweet. And there was something else to it besides. Richness? Depth? I don't know what else it's called. As for the tea, I quaffed it quick as I drained me ale. Ain't much more to say about that. Nothing like something says I savored the flavor like just downing it like it's fucking medicine, the way that I drink coffee. Like just gone. Don't want to taste it. I don't fear sweets no more, and it's all thanks to the two of ye. Things will work out between me and my man, I'm sure of it. This was the only problem in our relationship, apparently. Whatever the fuck that means. You've done it, Sev. You've converted a skeptic. By holding back on the chestnut puree sweetness, you helped her overcome her rational fear, and so introduced her to a whole new world of flavors. And this does wait, I held back on the sweetness? You just decided to make it so sweet it blows her brain, apparently. That's the opposite of holding back. This does take me back. You will have guessed from my colorful language, but I used to be a member of the Sanguine Sirens. Unfortunately, I was prone to seasickness and never got better. As a result, I ended up grounded and waitressing for the missing member. At first, I loathed the work. I hated that my dreams were taken from me just because I couldn't keep the contents of my stomach where they belong. It was then, when I was wallowing in self-pity, that I first tasted Himashi Tia's cooking. It made me think that I was a part of something special here. Back then, Himashi Tia was a simple man with a simple passion. He wanted to be the pinnacle of his craft, and he worked tirelessly to reach it. But then he did, and it turned him into a stuck-up, self-loving sack of shite. Beg your pardons again, my old mannerisms tend to surface when I'm riled up. At any rate, thank you for your help today. Having now seen you in action, I look forward to the Del Monte Ore with even greater relish. But don't only put relish on places where it belongs. Item comparison. Whoa! Double the stats. Probably gonna use that one. Don't even need to look at the rest. The chest piece should have the most stats on it, I think, so just always buy that first. Bwom, 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 bwom. And they gave me one of my weapons, so I'm leveling up. Zev, you got to hear this. That bastard of Masitia's depressed. Ain't it just grand? Is that sarcasm, or are you happy that they're depressed? That's like... I mean, I think them being a douchebag might be even part of them being depressed. Captain Roan's, roused when... Captain Roswin bade him invent a new kind of soup, you see, and so he goes off and makes this fancy-ass chilled pottage. When it's ready, he serves it to her, smug as you please, but the instant she tastes it, her face goes dark and she says, "What the hell's is this slop?" Oh, it was bleeding glorious, I tell you. But unfortunately, my pleasure was short-lived, for the captain then fixed her gaze on me, she ordered me to think up a piping hot soup, fairly barking as she did so, and until we make her something to her satisfaction, I fear she'll remain in a foul mood. Though she has her own place, Captain Roswin often dines at the Bismarck in secret. I dare say Master Linksith has a good grasp of her preferences. Could you please find out from him a soup she's certain to like, then prepare it for her? Well, I guess here we go. I'm guessing I'm guessing this is all build up and like a little bit of world building around the area, but then at level 60, is probably when we actually do the competition that they keep hinting at. That's like the season finale or something. Also, interestingly, unlike other storylines, they put things here. So it's still in Limsa Lominsa with the Bismarck, so they can keep growing the same story, which is admittedly relatively sparse, but they're not just going to start over from scratch somewhere else, because that'd be even sparser. Especially since originally I was worried that I thought there'd be a level. It was every 5 levels, so I thought there might be a level 50, then a level 55, then a level 60, which would mean that they'd have very little time to do anything. Well, hello there, Zev. Your contest preparations are coming along well, so I hear. Seeing ya hard at it takes me back, it does. In my younger days, I participated in every edition of the Del Monte Ore. Why not enter again, you ask? Truth be told, I was sorely tempted, but me competing days are far behind me. Besides, I don't like me chances with you around. Any road, was there something you needed? Captain Roswin's anchoring for a piping hot soup, eh? Hardly surprising of late, the woman is fairly obsessed with Ishgardian cuisine. And that's all I can tell you. Sorry for being sparse with details, son, but if you wants to know more, you'll have to ask the good captain herself. Well, why don't we just start there most of the time, then? All this going around with the idea that we can't just go straight to the person. It's like, well, here we go. I'm just gonna talk to them. Lost and found, Marauder. Is that Titus? Oh wait, he looks like the other guy, huh? Yeah. He looks more like the guy that's in the main story. Oh, off to the aft castle again. We just did this 2 quests in a row where you tell me to go to the fucking Culinarian, and then I just have to go back to the aft castle. Last time it was to sign 1 document, which they could have just had the NPC be there, honestly. And this time it was to go ask a guy, and then he doesn't even answer me. And then I have to go back to where I started anyway. Ah! At least the teleporters are like right there. Me? Obsessed with Ishgardian cuisine? Ha! Never heard nothing more ridiculous. I wouldn't be caught dead sharing an interest with, Carvalane, much less study up on Ishgardian soups for the puffy-shirted fop. Oh, bugger me. Alright, I'll tell you everything. I'm trying to set a trap for Carvalane. The plan is to lure the bastard over with his favorite dish and ply him with drink. And when he lowers his guard, I do it for him. I do for him. Ye so much as breathe a word of this to anyone, I'll cut out your blabbing tongue and have it served with a stew. Seeing as you're now in on the plan, might as well make use of you. I want you to go to Carvalane and ask after the best Ishgardian chef around. Once you've got a name, find the fellow and have him teach you how to make the traditional Ishgardian soup. Acting at Melkoko's behest, you say? Aye, well, do this for me and I'll consider your task fulfilled. Now you'll find Calavane at the 7th Sage. Here's a bag of coin to help loosen his tongue. Huh. Where's the 7th? Deliver the heavy coin first to Captain. Oh, he's like right there. But like back by the Marauders Guild. Does this mean that the guy that's all bummed out that his soup wasn't good enough, despite his ego, was actually did great, and the person only didn't like it because they were manipulating them into giving them a special type of soup that would make the other person manipulatable, but then didn't know what soup to order, so they're just gonna sit there and call every soup bad until someone makes the right one. But I happen to get past the whole ruse. Because this is just, everyone's exhausting in this situation, aren't they? You wish to know the name of the best Iscardian chef in the land? I struggle to comprehend why you would ask me this of all questions. Shut up and do it. Here's money. Solves all my problems. It's how I got to where I am today, paying other people to further my career. I find my interest in your motive suddenly waning. It seems unlikely that this knowledge can be used to make mischief so very well. As a well-traveled adventurer, you will doubtless be familiar with the House Durandare of Ishgard. Its head chef is said to be the foremost authority in cuisine of its native land. In seeking him out, aside from the obvious signs, such as garb, look for a golden bell upon his breast. It is a sigil of the house he serves. You wish to know his name? Ah, but where would the fun be in that? Now, as an accomplished culinarian, he will most certainly have a taste for fine wines. When you meet the man, make him a gift of this bottle of Lomani Red. Say that it comes from an admirer from across the seas. Way the heck off to Durandare. So here's where I was wondering when it's going to happen. They had to incorporate the current expansion at some point. Yeah, that grinding noise, jeez. We want to go up there, but it doesn't show any. Whatever, I'll just walk. It's not showing me any waypoints on the map, so you don't know which one to use. Such be as it may and have and be. Ooh, temple live mate. So there are levies in this expansion, it would appear. House Durandare Chef. I don't see a bell on his breast. Is this not the right guy? I was gonna make a joke about, like, this is offensive to my catness. How dare you? Indeed, I am the head chef of House Durandare. What is it you require of me? By the fury, seldom do we enjoy fine vintages such as this. I was not aware that I had admirers, let alone that they were so widespread as to be found in Limsa Laminsa. You wish to learn a recipe for a traditional Ishgardian soup? You will find none more ubiquitous than beet soup. It graces the tables of all Ishgardians, warming the hearts and stomachs of lowborn and highborn alike. The ingredients, chief among which is the magma beet, are sliced and sautéed, after which the broth is added along with the seasoning. The concoction is then allowed to simmer until everything is stewed together and the broth takes on a rich crimson hue. Now there are as many variations of the soup as there are people who make it, but the one nearest to my heart is that which my dear mother used to make. I was a sickly child, you see, and she would add copious amounts of vegetables in the soup in the hopes that I would grow stronger. Through her cooking I felt her love, and everything tasted all the better for it. Call me a sentimental fool, but it is my belief that love is an essential ingredient in every dish. A final note. For those Ishgardians of means, beet soup is typically served alongside a Kaiser roll and grilled sweet fish. I hope this information serves you well. My thanks again for the wine. Get out of my face. Bowl of beet soup, high quality. Kaiser roll, high quality. Grilled sweetfish, high quality. Fuck.
Ah, there you are, Zev.
You were gone for so long, I was beginning to worry. Tell me, were you able to find a soup to please Captain Roswin? You started to... I had to go to Ishgard. Aren't the teleportations not even canon? Because everyone seems to walk everywhere, so I think I'm technically... It's the implication supposed to be that I'm walking places too. But the teleporters are like an MMO mechanic. Thank you so much. So this is the dish that she'll use to lure Carvalane over with. I know all about her plan. It's hard not to hear what the captain's impassioned rants when you're standing right outside the door. I won't mention this to her, though. To think that she's still at it, going after Carvalane. That is, when will she own up to her feelings? Stubborn as she is, probably never. At any rate, we shouldn't keep her waiting. Let's have her sample your handiwork, shall we? The soup's bleeding amazing. It tastes like even though I've never tasted it till now. How the hells do you make it? Love. Let me get this straight. The secret ingredient's love. Sort of makes sense the way he puts it. Malcoco, go and let Hamasi Tia know I want him to master this soup. Aye aye, Captain. Oh, he's gonna be really mad at me now. This monocle. When will that girl own up to her feelings? She's right moony for Hamasi. Yet here she is trying to bring him down. Ha ha ha, you're both doing the same thing to each other. I know all about her plan. I mean, how couldn't I, when she rants about it right outside the door with a voice that'll wake the dead? Me, I don't give two shites about the contest, but I can't help but worry for Malcoco. Seems to me she hasn't thought things through. Once again, a pretty big comparison, Jesus. +6 control, plus like 20 craftsmanship. But I did upgrade it last time, so is there a bigger jump to be had? Yep. A decent amount of that apron. Oh my god. That's like 30. Oh my god, that's even more. No, it's not. I might dress like a chef if I could, but none of the clothes I get actually look like chef gear. But this might be the beginnings of a chef set if I had all of it. Maybe. But I'm not gonna wear like one of it. I dinged! I done did a ding! But it's the wrong ding? The next one's 58, not 57. Welp. We'll get there. Maybe skip to 59, and then the 58 quest will level me to 60. What? Wait, he's back and he's in the same spot? What? Oh, he's doing the shit that I do, where he's like AFK because he's doing whatever the fuck else, but then he keeps logging back in because he doesn't mean to be AFK. That old MMO thing where you're multitasking, but you mean to get to something in your MMO, so you keep AFK, but also you're continually AFK, but you keep like nudging your game a little bit to make your character not log out. He sat there for so long because he's doing something else, and then he eventually logged out from an activity, but then he logged back in, only to continue standing there, which I've literally done today. Oh, right. I need those levies so I can get my XP. Beg your pardon, but you are Master Dagravash, I presume? Just the man I was hoping to see. It so happens I have a proposition for you. You see, in accordance with the Lord Commander's orders, we have established a new system to the one administered by the Adventurers Guild of Eorzea. We are to document the petitions of the people and distribute to them to motivated individuals like yourself. Were you to assist us with these levies, sir, we would be most grateful, and we would compensate you accordingly. Thank you. In addition to normal lev quests, which require 1 levy allowance to accept, there's also large-scale levy quests which require 10. Whoa. More effort, richer rewards. More experience. You already said that. Well, these tutorials just re-explain the thing they already explained half the time. There's like rare items you can only get during the Battlecraft levies, apparently. I've never even been on a Battlecraft levy before. Large scale tradecraft, regular tradecraft. Let's see the experience rewards. So I need 3 million to level, and each of these gives about 1 million. Oops. Well, that one gives 1 million. They all, oh, they reward lemons. They're not made with lemons. They're much more frequently spread out too. There's a lot of them here. Hello. So there's a new tier every couple of levels because it's an expansion, and they're usually more condensed level-wise. Tradecraft, big boys. 9 glasses of frozen spirits. 9 pots of hollandaise sauce? That's 4 million experience. That's more than a level. And that's smaller. That means you probably do it 3 times. Yeah, baked pira. Only 3, which is just a normal sized one. How's it even large? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, that's at 5.5 million? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need commas, damn it. Yeah, this one looks shorter because it has a 1 in it, so it was narrower, so I thought it was fewer digits, but it's not. That's 5.5 million. Glasses of frozen spirits. Do I know how to make those? That's one thing to worry about. Frozen spirits. So it's 2 cloud bananas, 2 old world figs, and 2 yak milks. It seems like it'd give me like 1 billion. Let's just do one of these just for the novelty, I guess. If nothing else. Accept. If I just do this one quest, it'll probably give me more than enough experience to just be done. It's gonna be the only thing I craft for experience in this entire expansion. I'll just be skipped right to 60 at that point. One of my many crimes is that I keep doing my math poorly. Just over and over again, you know, during cooking quests. I made way too much frozen spirits. So I guess I'll just check to see if I can just do this quest again, which I often can. Because, whoops. Because I looked at the materials and I looked at the quest, and it's like, okay, I need 9, and it requires 2 materials each. And the yak stuff in particular was just really expensive, so I just actually went out and killed yaks for a while until I had 18 yak milk, which took a little bit, but not that long by MMO standards. And I'm like, okay, there we go. Now I can make 9 frozen spirits. And then, of course, you realize afterwards, oh god, you make 3 per batch. So I actually made 3 quests worth. Almost. I did mass synthesis them after the first time, and one of them failed. So actually I'm slightly short on being able to turn it in 3 times, if it even works that way. Impressive, you've proven yourself of great worth to the Holy See. I shall ready your recompense. Let's look at that experience meter. Bwam! Level 59. You attain level 58, you attain level 59. Yeah. Thanks. The High Lord of Biggity Boggity blah 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 blah. Liver cheese sandwiches. Bowls of clam chowder. Pots of birch syrup. Shit. Oh, I know I'm higher level, so it's back down here, isn't it? Yeah, glass of frozen spirit. Accept it again. For the same amount of experience. Levies are broken. I just gained 3 levels. Ba 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 ba. Wait, no. Nope. Nope. Yes. Hollandaise sauce is really funny. Yeah, I only have 6 out of 9. I need more yak milk if I want to do it again. But you know what? I got my goal. I'll just deal with having an excess. At least me making too many paid off, and then I got even more experience, and now I'm halfway past 60, which means I'm over-leveled for the expansion now. But it means we can finish the story of all of the nonsense. Gondil bowed. It's too much name. It's too long. Let's see here. Anyway, goodbye to this expansion. We're done with you. Time to go back to Lim's world that this entire expansion, this entire storyline seems to take place anyway. Maybe the contest will be in... I'm seeing a weird number of Rothgar today. Like they're everywhere. Oh, there it is. That's the usual distribution. Yep. Here's a square with 50 people in it, and not a single one is a Rothgar. That's what I'm used to seeing. I think the Aft Castle? Yeah, I think this quest chain's been here, not the Culinarians. So I should be leveled up now from that little excursion enough to just finish the entire chain. Which this wasn't required to do the Moogle stuff. I'm already doing the Moogle stuff. I just figured I might as well just knock out a Realm Reborn and Heavensward's Culinarian quests in one go, video-wise. Just sweep it all up. Doubtless you're wondering what became of Captain Roswin's plot. Well, shortly after you left, she invited Carvalane to her ship for dinner. Alas, he was suspicious of her intent from the first and refused to put anything in his mouth. He just sat there, poking and prodding his meal. What a bloody waste. For all the talk of Offenham, it wasn't a trap at all. If only she weren't so goddamn proud and stubborn. And that's the only news I have to share. Alright. Ah, right. Linksaith was looking for you. He seemed to be in a spot of bother, so you'd best go and see what's afoot. That's, right, Linksaith is the Culinarians Guild. Time to run all the way back. You guys couldn't have the basic courtesy of being next to each other. You're so tightly involved in each other. You're both it's the cooking places. I say that as if they're not like a 2-minute walk away from each other without teleporting. In the same map even. Just opposite ends. Thanks for coming, Zev. I realize you're busy preparing for the contest and all, but I need your help with something. You see, Master Delamon's due to come and inspect the Bismarck. I don't doubt you see the connection, but he's the founder of the contest and a living legend of cooking. But most importantly for you, he's also a judge. Anyway, I've got me hands full trying to sort the place out before Master Delamon arrives. Thing is, an old friend of mine's coming to dine any moment now, but I can't peel myself away from me work long enough to look after him. I'd be obliged if you could prepare a meal instead. The man's loved meat since he was a young pirate, but age has taken its toll, and he's hardly got any teeth left. That being the case, I wants you to cook him something what's meaty but tender. A nice serving of Cockroaches meatballs, say. Thanks in advance, Sev. I wonder if the levies were always this overpowered for leveling. I assume they weren't. I assume it's like they scaled down how they probably made it easier to level up parts of the game. See, I don't have any meatballs. I assume that they made it easier to level in the older parts of the content by just making the numbers lower. And just I imagine just something just got out of whack with the damage, with the scaling here. Because that's nuts. Like 20 minutes of effort giving you like half the expansion's worth of content. Like that's just a lot. This Moogle is a lot. This Moogle is a lot. How's the Cockroaches meatballs coming along? Me friend will be here any moment now. Oh. Why would you not auto... Why would the cursor auto select the thing right next to my goal? Welcome to the Bismarck, Master Delamon. We're honored by your visit. You must be Lingsaith's foremost student.
I have heard much and more about your exploits, but you are in the midst of serving a customer. Pray do not mind me.
You're the customer, I believe. Oh, he's not. They're seeding a future plotline.
So how do you like it, old friend? It's so tender it crumbles in my mouth, but it's still everything I love about meat. The taste, the texture, the juiciness. That's just say I love it.
Is there even a plate in front of it? Oh yeah, eventually you can see it. Thought he was just staring at a table.
He was the captain of his own ship back in the day. Was strong as an ox, too. But age robbed him of his strength, along with most of his teeth, and he couldn't eat all the stuff he loved no more. Seeing him happy like that, it brings a tear to me eye. Thank you, Zev.
Don't they have dentures here?
I am pleased to see that all is smooth sailing at the Bismarck. Master Delamon, it has been a while. I was told you'd be visiting this day, and I wish to pay my respects. Ah, if it isn't the reigning champion. You surpassed all expectations last time, and I fully expect you will do so again. Who do you think you're fooling with that false modesty? You're participating in the Delamont d'Or too, yes? Do yourself a favor, don't bother preparing a speech, you won't get the chance to use it.
Sir, I don't talk.
Why you arrogant? Zev's the guild's best culinarian, I'll have you know. You've got nothing on him. So Zev competes for the honor of the guild. That's all well and good, but how about we compete for something more tangible? This restaurant, for instance.
What? What's the stakes? Why are we introducing these stakes?
Done. But if you lose, you've got to swear to give up being a culinarian.
What the stakes are fucked up here. Like one of you has to destroy the other one. Just fuck already.
Master Delamont, may we ask you to stand as witness to this agreement? A restaurant and a calling. Such high stakes will serve to liven up the contest.
Why are you signing off on this?
I look forward to see how this will unfold.
He did not like that.
You. I didn't just imagine that, did I? Little Coco wagering the Bismarck on your winning the Delamont d'Or? Not to say I don't believe in you, son, but this place ain't hers to wager. Oh, God's bloody damn it.
Well, yeah, like, then why, then it's not, that's a false wager, call it off, because it's stupid. They're being stupid. Booby dooby doo, booty boo. Bum ba ba, oh my god, I leveled up again. Why isn't it capped? Shouldn't it be like shouldn't there be like an anti-multiplier, like I guess it's still a multiplier, just a less than one multiplier. Like, shouldn't there be something capping my progress a bit once I'm hitting this level and I'm doing content from the previous expansion? Maybe not. Getting a head start on the next one, I guess. We still have the entire post-game campaign of Heavensward to go.
It's begun, Zev, the Delamont d'Or. In case you didn't already know, Master Delamont is notoriously difficult to impress. In the entire history of the contest, no one has ever been awarded the full 10 points. Well, here comes me doing that then. And even respected chefs typically only get 4. This time I believe it will be a 2 chocobo race between you and Himhasi Tia. Now then, before you do aught else, you will need to know the particulars of such as main ingredient and theme. Please go to the Bismarck and have them from Master Delamont.
Bwom, 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 bwom. He's not nearby.
There you are. There you are, my friend. According to the registry, you are our final contestant. This year, the main ingredient is meat. It matters not what kind. This is to be used as the main course, which you must present with an appetizer and a dessert. As for the theme, it is hospitality. Prepare your dishes in the spirit of this theme, then present them to the council member yonder. Best of luck to you.
Hospitality. This seems like an uninspired contest. The primary ingredient you must use is meat. Wow, really? Crazy. Meat? I don't know how I'll ever figure it out. What meat? Oh, you know meat. Just any meat. Okay. And the theme is hospitality. Like, yeah, I know, it's a restaurant. Really throwing me for a loop. I've got to be hospitable. Ooh. Hop, 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 hop. Meat and hospitality. Bugger, this is a tough one. The main ingredient is as broad as they come, and the theme is abstract to boot. It worries me that you're the last contestant. Among other things, Master Delamont is famous for his bottomless stomach, but even he would be hard-pressed to keep his appetite whetted after endless plates of meat. Well, I suppose we'll just have to trust his objectivity. Now then, what do you have in mind for an appetizer? It's kind of a bad idea for a contest if he's gonna eat, like, that many different people's food in the same day. Like, what? Don't... It's when you're the hungriest that food is the best. Something to aid digestion. Ah, indeed. In any case, I believe mushrooms are a solid choice. Yeah, let's go with that, with the light and refreshing moral salad. Moving on, what will we do for the all-important main course? Flavorful and succulent? What would fit the bill? I have it. Deep-fried oakiness. Now for this dish, the breading is the key to success, but it's also difficult to get right. Please ensure that it turns out light and crisp. And last but not least, the dessert. Your somme au tart was so well received. What do you think about making again? Oh my god, do I still have more? Something small and decisively sweet. Ah, so something that can be enjoyed even on a full stomach, in which case I wholeheartedly recommend serving a marron glace. No, let me reuse old stuff that is just sitting in my inventory and rotting. And with that, our course is decided. The rest is up to you, Zev. When you have prepared all 3 dishes, present them to the contest council member at the Bismarck. I pray for your success. Womp, 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 womp. Contest council member.
If your dishes are ready, I shall lay them out for the Master Delamont. I was just awarded the highest score in the history of Delmont d'Or. The Bismarck is as good as mine.
Well, what's the highest score ever? All I know is they've never been given a 10. Were you given a 10?
Aren't you getting ahead of yourself? Zev can still beat your 9 bloody points.
So still only 9, so I'm gonna bet yeah, I'm gonna get a 10. Who could have guessed?
Ha! Master Delmont would never award a perfect 10.
It would be tantamount to declaring that his legend has been surpassed, not a decision to be made lightly. Without further ado, I shall bite into these low-resolution pears. Ah yes, impeccable cooking. And then his clothes just explode off like in that anime I've never seen. Fruits basket. It's not right. Master Delamon, the score if you would. Eight points, meaning the victory goes to... Ah, 9 points. We have a tie in the highest score ever awarded. Then here it comes. This goofy game. This goofy game! God, this game needs to be silly so much more. It has the power. Perfect 10! The actual victory music used in a cutscene. Yeah. We have a winner, Zev Dargavash, with the first perfect 10 in history. Either this guy is slipping like crazy, or 2 people came out of nowhere and were like incredibly revolutionary cooks out of nowhere. Because like, no one ever got even a 9 before? How can this be? Master Delamon, you were shaking your head. It's not proceeding. Something going on? We good? Did I click out of the window somehow? It was not out of disappointment, I assure you. Nay, I was simply coming to terms with reality. The reality that a Culinarian has finally appeared who surpasses me. I bought them online. You just got surpassed by HelloFresh, you prick. That's only making it funnier. Oh, that face. First of all, the appetizer. After a long day of judging, the mushrooms helped to absorb the grease that had collected in my stomach, giving a new lease on life, an act of consideration worthy of the most devoted of mothers. Jesus. Then came the main course, sinking my teeth into the breading, delightfully light and crisp. My tongue was greeted with a harmony of flavors which burst forth from the succulent cut of Okinnis beneath. That great love went into making it tender was plain to my senses. These cutscenes. No, Moogle noises. You ruined it. And finally, dessert. Truth be told, by this time I was ripe to burst, but compact as I was, I could comfortably squeeze in the marron glace, whose concentrated sweetness served as the perfect accent to a wonderful meal. From the first bite to the last, I felt the spirit of hospitality. I guess it's kind of fitting the Moogles are here, because it's these assholes' their fault that I even became a Culinarian. This entire episode is happening because you need a trade skill to do the Moogle beast tribe. In the end, it was Zev's interpretation of the theme which divided him from the field. Rather than striving to astonish us with his handiwork, he kept the diner foremost in his mind. Consideration worthy of the most devoted mother. This is something you learned from the Ishgardian beet soup. And it seems to me you made the Okeana especially tender by marinating it. Like when you made the cockroaches meatballs for my friend. Wow, it's like a season finale or something. Himashitia, your dishes were magnificent, make no mistake. None could doubt that great skill went into their creation. It's just, fuck you, your world record lasts 30 seconds. However,
More so than a thing to be created, food is a thing to be eaten. You had forgotten this, and it made all the difference. I'm sure his food... What a weird insult for the second best of all time. You forgot that food's supposed to be eaten by people. You didn't really need to introduce a flaw. He needed to have a way lower score if you wanted to give him a flaw. Otherwise, he's just the second best ever. Which means he didn't really do anything wrong. I've lost. As promised, I'll give up being a culinarian. This is stupid. But obviously it's not gonna happen. Wow, did you realize your stupid was stupid? Mashi, wait! These idiots can have each other. Congratulations, my friend, and thank you. For the first time in a long while, I have tasted food that satisfies not only my senses, but my soul as well. I look forward to seeing you again, not as judge and contestant, but as peers. Ew, the Bismarck's safe thanks to you. I mean, wasn't she not allowed to gamble it anyway? Were you gonna honor that for some reason? If Mel Coco pulls the same shite again, though, I'm throwing her off the upper decks. But speaking of the girl, might be as ye should check up on her and Mbasi Tia. They went off in the direction of the missing member. Yeah, I know, because this quest chain basically has 2 locations. And they're on the same map. But this one's slightly further from a teleport point, which makes it feel slightly annoying. Hup, 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 hup. I'm gonna slowly remember some of these locations, though. Like how the, because this is the same waypoint I used to get my levies. You can't just give up. You're the one who wanted me to. You made me swear it. I only did that because you're shirking your duties. I wanted the old Masi B back. The one who'd work at his cooking every waking moment. Fool of a Lalafell. I was shirking so I could prepare for the contest in secret. I didn't want to betray any hint of effort to my rivals. The unassailable champion, that's the aura I wanted to exude. So dreamy. I mean, I beg you, Masi, don't give up on being a culinarian. I can't bear the thought of not being able to eat your cooking no more. Well, if my melly belly insists. My melly belly. I suppose there's nothing for it but to keep doing what I do best. They both have nicknames for each other. Will you keep it down? We've all had a gutful of your lover's farce. So you didn't win. That's too bad. What do you intend to do now? Captain, if you permitted, I would beg leave of your service for a time. This adventurer possesses something I do not. In journeying the realm as he does, I hope I will come to possess it as well. Oh my god, I'm ruining their lives because I bought stuff online and pretended to cook it. Well, if that's what you want, then I won't stop you. But what about Melcoco here? You just gonna leave her behind? If you make her cry, I won't hesitate to make this place live up to its name. She's gonna cut your dick off. That's literally what this place is called. Holy shit. I must leave your side for a while, Mellybelly. But upon my honor, I swear that I'll return to you and make you proud. I know you will, Masi B. I'll be waiting for you forever and a day. I'll see you in the next expansion, probably.
That seems like the most logical thing that'll happen. That means that would have meant that he's gone for a long time. Was she Slav squatting in the background? What a pose to do in freaking like the tights. Finally, some peace and quiet. I owe you an apology, Zev. It was wrong of me to embroil you in my personal affairs. But it wasn't all too bad. It wasn't all to the bad. Okay. Nuts. That phrasing confuses me. You were a positive influence upon Mossy and me. Thanks to you, he was reminded of what it means to be a culinarian, and I've come to love my job even more than I already did. All of this was made possible through your cooking. You've taken a humble thing and given it the power to change lives. Thank you, Zev, for being an inspiration to us all, and a belated congratulations for winning the Del Monte Or, a more worthy champion there has never been. And that completes this expansion. See you next time after you get caught up on the story. And I'm running out of inventory space again. This is intensive. Time to throw all the shit that I made in the auction house because I don't have space for it. Well, I guess that season finale. Sorry, just dawned on me. This is like the end of the episode. It's been a while. I have no idea how long this is, but here we go. I got a Culinarian now. I don't know how much that's going to come up. I keep clicking on currency instead of character. But I've got a Culinarian, and that was just a side effect of doing Moogles. But now I can focus on those 3 things, which is I can't really focus on. I just log in once a day and do really short quests and then log off. So those will eventually pay off.